All right, and now for a great cheesecake from a very special niece. And Jan taught me how to make this, but you know I had a problem with it because I just didn't know how to make cheesecakes too well. I had made one in my life and it practically was a failure. So, you know, I was afraid of this one, but she helped me real well. I've got some condensed milk in here already. You're supposed to use the chocolate condensed milk, but since I didn't have any, and of course I couldn't find any at the stores, I used the chocolate syrup. Because you know how we improvise, so you always can if you like to cook and you know how to do that. Then next to that, let me mix this up. So a milk chocolate condensed milk. You can add any flavor you want to the condensed milk and make it taste like you want it. All right, now I'm going to add some cream cheese. Of course, I guess I should have let mine be at room temperature. And I didn't. Just got it out of the fridge. Of course, it doesn't matter because it'll get room temperature in a minute. Ready? Cream cheese and sour cream, okay? All those wonderful flavors are gonna come together. And of course, I'm a chocoholic, and I guess that's why my niece knew I would love this recipe, because she knows I love chocolate. All right, then we're gonna mix all this together. Woo! Wow. Oh, yes. Very good. Okay. Into that, I'm going to add some vanilla flavor. Very good. That's all mixed. Into this, make sure I'm going to add my eggs. Now, I've already beaten them, so for a time element, you can add them one at a time if you want to, or you can beat them and then add them all together. And some cake mix. This is what's so good about this. You use cake mix in it, and you don't have to worry about the leveling of it or nothing. Okay. Pour it again. Very good. Go take it a little easy on my mixer this time so I don't have flour all over me. Cake mix. All right. Mix it up real good. I can smell that chocolate. Almost rather eat it than bake it. Okay. Yeah. Got this done. My licking machine would be here, Lucy. She'd be ready for it. So let me get this out of here. Okay. I got this here so it doesn't drizzle on here. Okay. To that, I'm going to add my chopped up gold brick. You put this in your food processor. Now, a good hint for this is to refrigerate your gold bricks, because actually, if you let them set at room temperature, it'll be harder for them to get chopped up any way that you're going to chop your gold bricks up. See that, how pretty that is? But if you refrigerate them, they get harder and it's much easier. So now I'm going to pour this in my baking shell, which I've already done. I've taken the liberty for time element. This is the cake mix with some butter. And you just pat that in here. Of course, it's going to bake all together in the oven. Let me pour this in here. Oh my gosh. This will be my favorite cheesecake. I can just see it now. Because actually, I'm not too fond of cheesecakes, but I guess I'm fond of anything with chocolate in it. So I know I'll like this. My children love cheesecake, and I know Jan's daughters like cheesecake. And that's why she came up with this recipe, because her daughters love this. She's got 3 daughters, and I think they all like her cooking. And so she made this one in their honor. Look at those chocolate chips in there. Gold brick chips. Now, of course, the finishing touch here before you bake this is the slivered pieces of gold brick. Okay. friend of mine sent me a whole bunch of gold brick, and I said, Jan, we got to find out what to do with all this. And so actually, we found out. We ate half of them. Yeah, well, Jan didn't, but I did. All right, now I'm going to put this in the oven. Of course, this has to bake at 325 for, I guess, about 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, and then you let it cool on a rack. Okay, let it cool on a rack for about 30 minutes, and then you refrigerate it for about an hour. And of course, I've already cooked one, and I've cut me a piece. And honey, the final grand finale, chocolate syrup. Drizzle it over the entire cake. And ooh, look at this. Man, you think you found the pot of gold. Well, good, Lucy. I tell you, it's time for a simple meal after us spending a couple hours in the kitchen together. But first, I want to read a letter from one of my fans, okay? Dear Lucy, watched your show today and your granddaughter is adorable. I really agree with her, you know. It's the first time we've seen her in person. My husband and I sure enjoy your show. Take care and happy cooking. Janine in Boise, Idaho. Thank you, Janine, for this wonderful letter, and thank you for joining me today. Hope that you have learned some lessons in Miss Lucy's Cajun classroom. Okay, Lucy, let's eat. Thank you.